back to this bullshit. What happened last time?
We were in
Someone
prison.
died.
Well, this is
Jail,
number.
assault.
This is number
Yep.
that, by the way. Yep, that one right there. That number. That's the one. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
55.
one on below the video. Yeah, that one.
It is
This is
not
number-
55. It is number. Insert number here.
This is number.
That was a sound that you made.
I am right though.
Scout is right.
I can't refute that.
Yeah, you can.
That
Say
logic
nuh-uh.
is too good.
Yeah.
God, this is gonna be my new favorite joke of the area. Oh,
What?
this is gonna be my new favorite thing I get to do.
Oh dear.
What's your new favorite thing you get to do?
Just give me a second. As we look back, finding ourselves standing back in the sails, surrounded by the bodies of all the fallen.
Oh no.
You know,
Oh,
it
yes.
truly is a wonder how we made it out of this alive. I myself didn't even think I was going to get much of nothing. Yet here I am, standing with a bunch of new comrades. You know, we thought coming into this that we were going to have a bit of a hard time. I thought I was dealing with some hardened-in criminals. And yet, here I stand looking at them and not just the spot of the law, but maybe an adversary of it. Now, the only question on my mind, why? Who? Where? And most certainly, what?
I agree.
get the-
What?
I'm monologuing, leave me alone!
Monologue.
Will I ever get my answers questioned? Will I ever get my questions answered? Maybe. But there's only
Will
one
my
thing
answers
that
ever
can
be
say
questioned?
and anything that gives. And that blessing, that belongs to time. A time that'll give and a time that'll take. What's in store for me? Let's find out. Alright, so what's the plan?
Well, I have a starting spot on who it might be that was trying to frame us.
Ghost Nazis.
No.
Damn.
Elf
I was
Nazis.
someone who I thought I was talking to.
You
but
say that,
wasn't.
monologue writes down a note. It was the elves.
Hi, Jack. Does this imply the existence of Nazi Germany in your
No,
world?
Not Nazi Germany.
Just
Nazi
Nazis.
elves.
Nazi
Can I
elves.
finish
Oh,
my thought, please?
We have
Sorry.
space
No.
Nazis.
Okay. My logic is, if she knew how much Lim would want to kill her, she could effectively stir up trouble just from her presence. But obviously, given her, turns out, unique powers of illusion and deception,
No.
she wouldn't go herself. She would clearly send someone else in her place to take the fall. And then all the blame would be thrown on us for the murder of this poor random civilian.
So she sat in knowing that one of you would be set off so hard by her visage that she could get you
Yeah.
locked up here like a can of sardine.
Bob
Yep.
Blake, you didn't have to make that sexual, but you did, and I appreciate that.
So she was effectively trying to instigate it and cause this to happen. And if I was to follow that logic, she might also have sent those skeletons.
But how do we get her? How do we prove it was her?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Her powers of deception make it extremely hard to approach her.
Then
Because
we
she could
have
pretty
to-
much lie through her teeth, and it would be hard to tell.
Then we have to catch her in a lie.
Well, let's see. Wait. I reach into my jacket pocket and I pull out that piece of paper that the fake handed me. What about this? Might be a lead that we can utilize.
Tavern?
It's a start.
Astro Stars and Services. That's
Yes.
a certainly spot up place.
The most likely death trap if, you know.
Well,
it
we
didn't
now
happen.
know we now can walk in prepared for a trap, if it is. But it seems like the best thread we can pull on, unless anyone else here has any better ideas.
I heard death trap. I'm in.
We're out
Yeah,
here
what-
grasping for threads. The really only thing we're grabbing onto are hair thin wires. It's still something. Might as well. Alright.
Are you gonna keep doing that?
Doing what?
I think he's
Monologuing.
going to keep monologuing to himself throughout this entire investigation. I think it's just better we work with it. Anyway, I'm kind of starting to warm up to the vibe. Won't lie.
Okay.
Anyway, we should get going. Time's wasted.
To the
Detective.
Stars and Services.
I just give a silent nod as I follow him out.
As we leave out the door, we have a scene transition of one door closing into another one opening as we find ourselves in the tavern. To you guys, you walked there and it was tiring, but
But from
it looked cool.
the audience perspective, the
Green
camera
light.
just like it's just like one of those scenes where the camera just starts panning to like the right and it just fades to the wall and suddenly we're in the next location.
Green white.
As the
Strong
jazz
transition.
It's the power of jazz.
the power of jazz takes it just lets us vibe our way to the next place.
As you
It's obviously a stormy night. Everything has gone slightly less colorful.
it's kind of like that kind of yellowish black and white. Like you get with
The color of my
old- like
jacket
you
is
get with
slightly
old
popped up just for the
film.
aesthetic.
As we make our way into Astro's Star Service.
Yeah.
We see
Trying to play it cool, shuffle it with with just one hand, shuffling my deck of Tombstone's cards in my hand and trying to act just tough, at least somewhat.
you guys see this strange kind of you look around the tavern. It's very a nice looking place. You see these warg guard dogs all around, standing about, just keeping track of everything going on.
Interesting.
Neat.
Let's see.
You see the front. There is at the bar. There is this very clean looking hobgoblin as a bartender. He's got one single grayed out eye.
How do we want to play this? Do we play it straight or do we try and do a roundabout way of getting the info we need?
You watch him monologued. He's taken out a fucking magnifying glass, and he's crouched by one of the wargs, and he's talking to it.
Well, guys, how do we want to do this?
I only heard half of those words. Tramp's gonna walk in holding his hammer.
God damn it. Don't attack anyone. I'm gonna head up to the bar and I'm gonna go talk to the barkeep.
Barkeep looks at you. He goes, "What you having?"
What do you got?
"What are you in for?"
something light for now.
Something light? You want something fruity?
A hint of fruit won't hurt, I'd say.
What a hint of fruit. Let me
Here's
get
my
you a Voltarian Slusha.
Sounds good.
You watch as he grabs a few bottles, some tequila, and some kind of like peach flavored absinthe, and he grabs a peach itself, kind of he skins it in such a way that the skin comes off peeled like a flower, and he takes a ball of the actual peach that he cuts out, pulls it through on a toothpick through it to complete that flowering bud look, and he seems to take out some sort of fogging fizzy liquid that he pours in, and then along with some what probably is a mango, a thick kind of mango syrup, which he mixes in a shaker cold and then pours into a glass and then tops it off. And he gives it to you.
What is this, Vegas?
Also, I wouldn't mind if I picked your mind about something.
I don't mind about a lot of things.
I reach into my jacket pocket and I pull out this slip of paper the fake gave me.
Okay.
Wouldn't have to know anything about this, would you?
He pops on a monocle and picks it up and looks at it. You know, I do know something about this. That name. It is familiar to me.
What do you got?
That's the healthcare noblewoman. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you want with her? Her family, the Stones and the Nazars. No, Stones and the Ewes, yes. They have been medical practitioner in Volterra for a good while now. I believe one of their clinics are just a few streets over. Government fund, yes, but is their clinic.
Interesting.
I do actually think that, that name does pull weight around here, I do have to say.
I can imagine.
My boss, Estros, I don't know how he put it, but, he say he owe a great deal to the woman.
Something in their past, I'm assuming.
Something. I don't ask too many questions. I just listen, and I make a drink. Serve a few pennies, and give away some just little tips here and there.
Understandable. Let's check out the clinic.
Those are supposedly good places.
Yeah.
Is that the skelly man with
I turn my head to looking behind me to see who he's
Talk about
talking
Lim.
about. Yes, there was me. Oh, wait, is it a skeleton of Lim, or is it actually
you?
Lim?
Lim is the skeleton.
I'm an idiot.
Undead creature like that, a little bit of a taboo in this area. I'm not doing anything about it, but there's people that like to keep their eyes open, and expunge things, if you get what I mean.
I understand. I'll make sure they behave themselves. I've traveled with them for many months now. I trust them.
Keep your skill then on a leash. And
Noted.
keep your head on a swivel.
Already was. Especially with how things are around here these days, it sounds like. Shame how this town's going. I take a sip from my drink.
Very peachy. The bartender seems to go off and he goes to tend to some other people, refilling some drinks, making new ones, setting up a line of shots. As Monlog he stands up from one warg and he walks over to a table now and he pulls up his magnifying glass to it. Starts asking a question.
Aura's going to look towards everyone and like, so, considering we just been in a fight, should we look into getting rooms here?
Just want
Is
to
she
remind
asking,
everyone.
are they asking that within earshot of me?
Yes.
What I get
I turn around and just go, yeah, that might be wise, come to think of it. I try and get the barkeep's attention and see if I could ask her for a room.
He walks on back over. What?
If you don't mind, can we get some rooms here?
Rooms for the night? How many people?
Let's see. Me, the detective, and I just continue starting to count off everybody.
So he names about 3 more gold than that was in the bag. Because there's an extra head now.
3 more gold. One of you has 3 gold, right?
Salvo Brannigan does not pay for his room?
Oh, there's 2 more. 6 gold.
Oh wait, so I wasn't even paying for the room initially until I spoke?
Roll persuasion, Salvo.
Aha! Success. D20, there we go. I rolled a 4.
I don't care how famous you are. In the star, you pray.
Makes sense.
Looking at Salvo.
Let's just get.
I'll storm out of the inn, looking back at him going, I've never had such bad service in my life since I was on planet Omicron Persei 8.
Oh my god, Persei 8.
I apologize about my companion.
Your lawyer, sir!
Bartender
I
comes.
turn to the party and go, can we scrounge up some extra gold to cover the cost?
I got the gold.
Good.
I can pay the 6.
Monlon kind of walks over. It's like, what are we talking about?
We're getting a room.
Very expensive place. If the plan's to stay here, how much is a room? 3 gold per person. Yeah, I got that amount. Well, for me, I mean. What? I'm not a freeloader. I've got a job. I'm a detective. And a damn good one.
Add 3 gold to my thing.
Alright, so covering Salvo's room.
Mhm.
Yeah. You spend the gold that was gifted to you by Nezra to spend on a room.
Yeah. Well, the fake Nezra.
I don't know at what point she became fake, but yes.
At this point, since I don't know how she would perform the switch otherwise, I'm assuming she was fake the whole damn time. But for now, it seems like the voucher is legit, and we need a room anyway. We're just gonna have to be ready for something to happen. Since I can already tell, considering she pointed us here, she might predict that we may have survived the initial framing, and this could be an extra trap for us.
Maybe. We'll see. I've got a few people I want to question. Starting with you. And he looks over at a potted plant.
That's not.
Bye.
You watch as Salvo walks over to this plant, which is nearby the stairs that go up into the room, and he kind of crouches down, puts up his magnifying glass to it, and starts asking it questions.
Wait, Salvo?
That's a huge. No. Monologue. Monologue walks over to this plant next to the stairwell, and he starts asking it questions. He's asking it, like, what types of folks it sees around here, if there's any specific, suspicious activity.
Is he actually getting anything out of it, or
You guys don't hear anything, but he looks like he's nodding, listening to the plant.
Mate, there's things to speak to plants.
Yeah.
Well, I play along a little bit, just out of mostly morbid curiosity. I kneel up next to him and ask the obvious question: Can you talk to plants
I could talk to anything.
and get a response?
Sure can. Be it dead, plant, wood, or animal. I can talk to it.
Well,
It's one of
then-
the many skills up in my world-class investigator repertoire.
what was the plant saying?
I ain't saying that he sees a whole bunch of weird hooded types around here sometimes.
Weird hooded types.
Yeah.
It sound like something with like either religious folk or cultists. At least off the top of my head.
Let me ask. Talking religious? We talking cult?
Trium's gonna walk up and say, "Did I hear religion?"
I'm down.
It ain't sure.
Hmm.
Just knows that they come in and every now and then they come out a little bit more bodied is the way to put it.
More
3 go in, 4 come out.
range.
Have you ever seen the faces of any of these robed figures? Huh? Yeah? Yeah. Anything weird about how they move? Anything to look out for? Yeah? Yeah. And did you see the most protected one? Huh. And they didn't come in like that.
Huh?
What else do you know about them, or have you seen? Any strange differences from when they enter to when they leave? Now, tell me, can you just think back and remember into when you see them? Have you ever looked at their bags, and do they suddenly become a lot less heavy from when they go in? You've never noticed? Okay. Thank you for your time.
Strangely enough, I nod at the plant like thanks as I get up.
So Monlog has the ability to cast Speak with Dead, Speak with Animal, and Speak with Plants.
That's amazing.
What
That
did
is
he use to talk to
Very
the
helpful,
table?
actually. Jesus.
Speak with Dead with Speak with Plant.
I can also get that, but
He got
I
his
don't
response
know.
was, "Dude, a table." I don't know. Had a very
Dude.
sophisticated conversation with that warg.
Still, that's
Uh,
actually
Speak with Dead, Speak with Plant, Speak with Beast, Speak with Animal. Speak with Monstrosity. He's got some shit. He's got a few custom ones as well.
yeah.
Speak with
Pretty much, he can
monstrosities,
talk to
pretty
things that
cool.
the rest of us probably would not be able to chat up.
Can he talk to
and he
objects?
has he can talk to constructs.
Oh, okay.
He can
was gonna say,
talk
can he
to
talk to the door?
he can talk to so not construct specific. He can talk to things that count as monstrosities that aren't beasts. And he also, of course, knows comprehend language.
Right.
And
Amazing.
he doesn't know tongues. He can't always speak back. He can understand. He's not that
If I-
magical. Too much
If
multitasking.
I, what do you mean? A bard can do it at second level. I think. I was looking at the spells not that long ago. It's like second or third level, but a bard can do that. Yeah.
You speak with planes as a druid only spell. Ranger spell.
No, I can do
Bards
it.
can get it. Is Monlog just a full F bard? I mean, it makes sense. School of Investigation.
Could speak to both undead and plants. Well, speak to dead, not
Yeah, I guess Monlog's just a fucking bard. Good to know.
he's stealing my job.
You're a performer. He's an investigator.
That's the same thing.
And I'm a cleric.
And I'm a card duelist. So what?
And I'm a card dude. You know, he's probably a College of Spirits bard. 'Cause that gets him guiding whispers. Or tales from beyond. Or cutting, or he's a fucking College of Lore bard. I don't know. We don't know what he is.
I mean, Gods of Lore has extra magical secrets.
Yeah, it does.
He's stealing my job at bardness. I was supposed to be the cool one.
Don't let
Wait.
anybody tell you different. You are the cool one.
Yeah.
My head hurts.
That's
Uh-oh.
rough, buddy.
Wee. So anyways, we have the lead.
We have a lead?
The plant gave us a lead. It's cults.
Well, they don't know if it's a cult.
It's a
All they
cult.
know is that
Yeah.
these strange kind of silvery cloaked looking figures come in here sometimes and they leave with more people than enter.
Sounds
Right.
like a cult.
And that when they leave, they're always got this formation about them where they're always just tightly surrounded the middlemost person. And the plant said that they've noticed that middlemost person sometimes looks pretty damn beat up.
I might be quote dealing with some people, roughing them up for some reason.
best we continue talking in the room.
All right.
Because
Silence. It's deafening.
yes. Best we continue talking in the room.
Yes, let's go to a room.
Let's go to the room. And you need a fucking bath. Or it just looks at Flick.
I will die in the water.
No, you won't.
We started heading up towards our rooms. Was this a trap already laid out for us? Probably. Were we walking right into it anyway? Damn right.
As we walk up the stairs, I just shuffle up the cards one last time, and I load them in my dual disc just in case. It's gonna be a trap. I'm gonna be ready.
All right. I'll see y'all in the flip.
Damn, alright.
Flip.
Hi, Jack. Quick question.
Yes.
Did we get doubles or singles?
They are double-sized rooms.
Well, I was going to say we should definitely take shifts. Because I definitely feel like we're going to walk into or sleep into a trap here.
Exactly.
Fuhrer, who has been recovering from being revived, he wants to sleep the whole night. He does not want to be on watch.
That's fair.
Yeah, Aura's gonna be in the same room as Flick. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he's a college of spirits bard.
College of Spirits. I haven't heard about that one.
That's base.
It's Ravenloft.
Oh, it's Ravenloft? Oh. I'm bad.
What does College of Spirits do?
It's just a fun, it's like a divination. Using the dead to help you out.
Neat.
Divination. No
It's
breathing.
it's a lot of channeling the spirits, channeling dead spirits to figure out answers. Which honestly fucking fits him.
I am the spirit master.
Especially Tales from Beyond.
Hooray for the bards.
Bards are strong.
If Aura's able to, she's gonna force Flick into a bath before going to bed.
Okay, so you guys get to wash up. So because of how you're treating this place, it is not going to count as proper sanctuary, but it's pretty close. So I'll say it won't completely erode. So yeah, it's a proper rest. It's not a sanctuary rest, but it's a proper rest.
Right.
Since you know this is a trap.
So spell slots come back?
Come
on. Come on.
I'm gonna say because of how classy and how just nice this place is. Yes. I'll say
Hell
that this
yeah.
is I'll say that well rested will be the modifier of this place. So whenever you rest here, it counts as a rest stage above its current one. So it's not a sanctuary rest, but you can because it is a well rested modifier.
treat it as one. So just restore everything.
Treat it as a long rest.
Treat it as a proper long rest.
Very nice.
All in, yeah,
And
I
that
think that'll be a
means
fun thing to instill. Sanctuary modifiers. Little buffs, little
That-
different things.
That
Ooh.
would be nice. Little buffs, little modifiers.
God.
Hijack. So this heals one of my death exhaustions.
This
yes.
will heal a death exhaustion.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yeah, we brought you back. You're not dead.
You owe me at least 8 plat.
So, which one did that remove? I'm
Uh,
assuming I still have the -1 to checks or saving throws.
No, that exhaustion is. You don't have that type of exhaustion.
It wasn't at half speed in that.
It was disadvantage on ability checks and speed is halved, so your speed is no longer halved.
Disadvantage on ability checks, not saving throws. Okay.
Saving throws is number 3.
Okay. So which one did I lose?
Speed is
Or
halved.
which one? Okay.
You're at level 1,
speed
so you
back
have
up.
disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Jack.
Okay, yeah.
As we prepare for rest, can I look outside the window and at the moon to approximate when the next full moon is?
Next full moon.
Yes.
Full moons are on bi-weekly cycles. There's one every 2 weeks. With the current date, let me open up our calendar. We are, by this point, we have just left the heart shell. So another full moon's not going to be for another
What?
2 weeks. Let me find world info. Scroll up to our.
That was very well timed with a disconnect.
Go into dates. Go into the calendar. We are currently in Ifra Alone app. It is at this point the 2nd. The next full moon. So the next full moon. Own up. Is going to be on the 17th. It'll be on the 17th.
All right.
That sounded important.
It is important. Okay, so we're in the 9th. It's going to take place next week.
Yep. When it's Alona, it's usually towards the middle of the week. When it's Luna, it's usually towards the end of it.
All right.
Luna likes to have a lot more full moons.
Luna's a needy bitch.
That moon is a needy bitch.
Don't say that. Don't say that about my dog.
Moon big.
Oh, is your dog named Luna?
Yes.
Oh.
Dare you?
Oh, dare I?
Who is staying in the room with Lim?
I will.
Sometime in the middle of the night, you start to hear these stepping sounds. Like a group of people. You all get a voice shot into your heads as you hear a, "On guard, I hear people."
Alright.
At what time in the night? And do I have my hit points?
We're gonna say this is into the 6th hour of the long rest.
Do we get to heal?
Not yet.
We don't get to heal.
2 hours left.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at 1 hit point still.
I already pressed the long rest button.
That's fine.
God
I'm already halfway
I am-
dead.
I am immediately activating my dual disc just in case.
Triumph sleeps in his
I'm
armor.
loading into tabletop soon now, so I can actually use my cards.
Fury is really thinking about buying health potions.
Yeah, you probably should.
They're very
That's what's going
useful
through his mind right
investment.
now.
So Chime,
Yeah.
you hear a knock at the door. As you hear a voice go, "Excuse me, is there a Mr. Limstone staying here?"
Just us chimes here. I'm naked.
Please, feel free to dress. We have questions.
For me?
Yes. Why not?
That's weird. I've never met you before. At least you don't sound like somebody I've met before. Who are you again?
That's not too important. I'm just someone here on business.
Are they listening to the door to hear the sounds that are in the room?
Probably.
You're gonna hear something that sounds. There were pots and pans involved. There were lots of loud noises. Closet doors opening and slamming. There was definitely some glass breaking, some strangeness going on.
A cat,
But
yeah.
what's that? Yeah, a
Cat.
cat yelled. Yeah. Plenty of noise to wake up anybody in the vicinity.
Everyone got a message from Monlog too.
Yeah.
Can Fury just
Hey.
sleep through it?
Sure.
Okay, if Fury's sleeping, I don't know who's in the room with him. We never sorted that out, but he's still sleeping.
And then I will. Is there like a chain lock on this door?
Yes.
I'm gonna open it up with the chain lock and look out. Yes,
You-
this is Chime. How can I help you?
You see a group of 4 robed figures wearing silvered robes, and the front one has a kind of gold threaded lacing around the outer rim of his hood. Hello there.
Hello. Are you from the beard rating community? I have been waiting. I have spent so much time making this beard perfect, and I have a very particular style of braiding I've been working on. I really think you're gonna like
Sir,
it.
is there a demon
So-
with you?
What?
A
No.
demon.
No, obviously not. Anyway, I've been working on my braiding technique. I've been working on, instead of just the 2 this year, I've incorporated 4 strands, and
He
really
watches a
have made
mage
it.
hand appears in the room and grabs the lock and lifts it.
I'm gonna grab it back and put it back down.
And as you go to do that, he shoves into the door to push it open.
I will shove back and push it closed.
Roll strength.
I can't.
Can I hear this commotion?
I guess. Can you roll for me?
Someone roll a d20.
I was asking, can I hear all this commotion?
Probably if you're like leant up to the door. Someone roll a d20 for.
Yeah. I volunteer.
Then I'm hearing the trouble stirring. I would head out of my room to see if I could defuse
Nat
the
20 for
situation.
chime.
Natural 20. Let's go.
Okay. So Chime, you managed to fight them off. As you see from the hood, there is that still smile held inside the hood. I'm not here to play games, Mr. Dwarf.
You
I
said
I
you had questions and then tried to barge into my room and endanger my security. I would say that, in fact, we have a problem.
Where's the demon?
Again, demon. I don't know any demons.
The
Nor I
skeleton creature. The devilish fiend you have with you. Where
Ooh,
is it?
that. We do have one of those. Wow.
Well, I just say, are we gonna have? I just peek my head in the hallway and just go, are we gonna have a problem here?
As the
It
four
sounds
figures
problematic.
stand looking into Chime's door, they don't even pay you mind.
They're distracted. Perfect.
No, I would not
You
say
can
they're
call me
distracted.
Milano. I am of the star pendulum.
Called it.
No.
Fucking called it.
It is
How
my
do you spell
job.
that?
Melano. Milano.
Perfect. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Chime, and I'm gonna stick my arm as far out of the door as I can.
He
Just
shakes
shake
it.
his
He
head.
has a very strong grip as he shakes it. I am here to take care of the demon problem.
Take care of you. What do you mean?
Expunge and purify.
Well, you can't kill our party member. That's just not gonna happen.
Your party member is a devilish fiend and a disgusting creature on God's earth.
I've been traveling
Well,
with them for
that's
months.
just your
I've-
opinion.
Everyone in our party, I've been traveling with for months now. I have not encountered any sort of devilish malice from anyone I've traveled with recently.
Malice is not the case. It is the fact that they are a devil. They are a demon. They are a hellspawn. They do not belong here.
Neither do you. This is my room, and yet here we are talking.
Please hand over the devil.
Hi, Jack. Can I do something with my familiar real quick?
Sure, what do you want to do?
I don't know if I need to, like, roll still, but I'm just gonna keep my bluebird out my door, and I'm just gonna have him probably waddle over and be right next to the gold guy.
Okay.
Just in case.
I just have some question for him, is all.
It sounds like you have a lot more
Please
than
stay
questions in
out
mind.
of our business.
Yeah,
Anything involving a member of my party is my business.
Not right now, it isn't. And if you are a conspirator of hiding a fiend,
I am not hiding anyone. I'm watching out for my friends.
so you're saying there's no issue if we talk with them.
talk. Yes,
I am
but
worried
Bring
that
them
you will do
here.
more.
You can keep your door locked if that makes you feel secure.
so much better. Yes, actually. And I will holler over my shoulder and go, "Hey, Lim, you have friends."
What?
Uh,
Oh, grumble, grumble.
Are we seriously dealing with more racists?
Apparently.
Not racist, pure.
They're racist to demons, okay?
there will. They're gonna
Yeah.
be racist against you too, but not for the reasons you think.
It's racism for demons.
As Lim is brought to the door, you watch as he casts a smell. A smell. He casts some sort of spell. You watch as he raises his hand, pulling out a golden pearl, and he waves it into the air, and it kind of irradiates this golden aura that envelops him and Lim. And you watch as his mouth moves, but no sound is made.
Alright, secret chat.
Yeah, I thought you were just
You
gonna
watch
ask a
as he
question.
says something, he kind of makes a gesture, and Lim puts his hand out towards him. And you watch as he takes out some sort of blade. And you watch as he holds Lim's hand, and kind of like a handshake, and you watch as he with his other hand pulls out a blade and he puts it to the bottom of Lim's hand. And you watch as the smile on his face drops for a second, and then picks up as he sheaths it back into into his cloak's arm, unnoticed to Lim. You watch as he kind of makes a gesture to the three behind them. And you watch as the three of them start to pull out different spell components of sight. One pulls out a silvered wire, one pulls out what looks like a bit of a sickle, and one of them pulls out a small pouch of herbs.
Hey,
What are you doing? I thought you were just asking questions.
With that spell, actually.
Huh?
Who are you trying to message?
Chime, you know that these components are being used for, yes, a relay spell, and then the other two are setting up a location spell.
Are you going to try to track us down later? Is that what you're doing?
He doesn't seem to respond to you as he continues to talk to Lynn, and the three behind him don't pay any mind. They're like mindless drones.
My hand is holding while we being ready to pretty much throw it down in case of trouble. But I'm on the fence on whether to actually summon him and stir shit.
Yeah, you're just gonna ignore me? That's cool. And I'll close the door.
Lim's currently in the door talking with him.
I will smack his door open, or I'll smack his arm up because the chain's still locked, right?
The chain is, Lim is a bit through the door. His arm, they're currently holding hands, almost kind of like a shake.
Can I try and read his lips to try and understand what he's saying?
Do you have a feat that lets you read lips?
There's a feat for that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's linguist.
It's linguist.
I did not know that was a thing I had to have a feat to do.
I'm sure it's possible. The feat makes it easier.
Yeah, the feat gives it to you. You could try.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a
Lim
shot.
doesn't have lips.
Yeah, but I can at least try and glean things off the other guy.
So, Chime, you would know from being a cleric the type of spell they're casting. The type of tracking spell is to specifically look for specific types of creatures. Fiends, undead.
Yeah, they're looking for
Fae.
They're looking for Lim.
Wait, if they're looking for Fae things, wouldn't my cards trip them off?
Fae creatures. Fiends, undead, fae, and just fiends, undead, fae, and demons. That's what they're.
Would
that's what
Mega
they're covering.
technically be?
There might be a few
Would
monsters in my deck that might trip them off. I'm
If they were.
I'm not sure how it would technically work.
Right now they're items. It's like trying to track a creature inside of a iron flask. And that golden
I'd
aura
be able to hear them if my familiar was next to them.
inside the gold bubble.
I would. I was trying to get underneath them, or
Then,
very close.
if
to them.
inside the gold bubble, yes. You hear him talking to Lim. As Lim's chatting with him, he's just meeting him, talking about him, asking what he's doing in this dimension. And Lim is just chatting about how he's kind of going on with it's not really any of their business. He was just here he was brought in to help kill some psychopathic monster with blood eyes, and he returns talking about the blood eyes and he's saying like, oh, you killed one of those heretical creatures. Lim's like, yeah, I did. What about it? And he says he's very impressed that they're very tricky to track down, that they're actually one of the harder ones for them to find, but they still find them. And at this is around where he puts the knife to Lim's hand, and once he does, and that frown drops for a second, and it picks up again. He asks, "So, what exactly are you, Mr. Limstone?" And he says, "Well, I'm a skeleton man." And he says, "You're a fiend." And he says, "I might be." He says, "You're not a type of fiend that I know. In fact, you don't pop up as you don't seem fiendish to me at all. I think my tip was wrong." It's like, "What do you mean by that?" He says, "Oh, don't worry. It's quite often that constructs are mistaken for fiends. Now tell me, I was given a tip that there were monsters with you. Would you know anything about this, Mr. Limstone?" He says, "No. I mean, Sheriff over there can be pretty monstrous sometimes, but a monster."
Would I catch that?
No, you will not.
He kind of chuckles.
Well, I
He
rolled
says,
I rolled a dirty 20 on an insight check. I was trying to read.
You don't
the-
pick
Not-
up limbs because he doesn't have lips.
Yeah, but I catch the other.
You kind of catch a few words from the other one, but the way he smiles and the way his hood conceals it makes it hard. As you hear, "Well, Mr. Limstone, I'd have to say, with our current state, our tip was wrong. Please, have a good night. I hope to see you again. There's a lot of strange things that go around. Tell me, have you seen any lycanthropes lately, Mr. Limstone?" He says, "Why do you ask?" "Well, we've picked up 2 on our radar."
God.
Keep an eye out. They're very dangerous creatures.
Chime still can't hear this, right?
Correct. And there's a full moon next week. Would hate to see what happens when a lycanthrope is around. Moons mean blood. So if you see anything, please come find me. This is how can I find you? Oh, if it properly matters, just come back here, and I'll know.
Man, he really is racist.
Goodbye, Mr. Stone. I hope to see you again someday. As he turns and moves, that golden bubble disappears. He says, "I've asked all my questions.
All right then. That'll be 3,500 gold, please.
Have a good
Brief.
night, Mr. Dwarf.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
leaning
Mr.
against the wall
Chime
next
to
to my
you,
door.
sir.
And the four of them walk away.
Oh, boy, we told them. Man. Lim, how you doing, buddy? Everything okay?
He looks a little bit confused. Yeah, I guess I'm fine. Just rest up and let's find this bitch. She
Sounds
deserves
like a
to be
plan.
choking on her own tongue.
Wow. You seem a little murdery. Was that because of your conversation?
No, it's because
I
that
think just
asshole
general-
bitch got away.
Yes,
Dang.
and she tried to frame us for murder.
Told you
set
her
up
thing
from
was
the s-
deception.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you earlier.
Yeah, well, maybe you should sometime.
Sorry if I try and be optimistic about people at first. I guess I'm just
There's
a little
no
over-optimistic.
optimism at all in that lying woman.
I've noticed.
Have you?
There's no
I'm approaching it.
optimism in team.
Yes. I'm
Well,
not trusting
late,
the words
I
she
think.
says for now.
He goes back
I
into the room.
noticed.
As soon as Aura hears the footsteps go away, because I would assume she probably will not open her door, for one thing. She'll probably put her ears against the door.
So you
to
guys
listen.
watch as he's walking away. You watch as he pauses and stops for a second as he looks over to the room Aura is in.
Aura and Flicker in the
That
same room.
Aura and Flicker in.
Chime's gonna open his door and go, that room costs double. I wouldn't go there.
He keeps walking. He looks over at you, Chime, and kind of like that slicing side eye, and his smile grows a bit. And he keeps walking. Have a good night, Mr. Chime. I think I'll be seeing you again.
You too, Mr. Cloakface.
They walk away. And after they're
Well,
gone,
that
you
was-
guys watch as Mon kind of his door opens and he kind of rolls out of his room, holding his 6-shooter up, kind of looking around.
Well, that was highly entertaining for me. Was that good for you?
I don't know. I was listening. I didn't hear anything. Everything was quiet. I started getting worried.
You
Makes
didn't hear
sense.
the cat scream
They-
and the closet
The
scream?
stranger seemed to pull up some sort of bubble that prevented us from listening in. I
Oh,
only got bits
alright.
and parts of the conversation.
Aura is gonna peek out of her door and like, that's not good.
I think. Actually, what did I catch, Hijack?
I'll say you picked up the words construct. You picked up small snippets.
I'm gonna assume
But
Aura
doesn't
picked
help
up the
me
words
actually argue
Star
what I
Pendulum when
know.
hearing through the door. At the very least.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or it's just that honestly that could have gone a whole lot worse.
agreed. I was honestly worried that they were going to just immediately, as soon as that bubble came up, kill Lim. So I'm kind of glad it just was conversation and not cold-blooded.
Well, you saw them put that knife underneath Lim's hand,
Yes,
but
I was
he
about to
almost
summon.
he put it away again. It's almost like he was testing something.
Chime is gonna speak up and say, well, they cast a spell to relay a message, and they were doing a radar spell so they could tell what kinds of things were nearby. So he totally knows about our composition. I would be more worried about when we leave the hotel.
Agreed. Ready for a dance.
Luckily, I had the presence of mind to keep this locked.
Actually, Hijack, if there's one piece that I could catch, could it be the part where he got a tip about Lim?
Yeah, we'll say that.
I
Or
think
gonna look over.
from what I could gather, at least the part I could catch more clearly, I shifted my position a little bit, and I caught the part saying that I think he said that he had got a tip about the whole situation. That's why they were here, and apparently that was off. So someone tipped him off. Might be something to
Alright.
look into to see if we can find who was the tipper, whether it be who herself or someone else.
Right. What else did you and Chime catch?
I didn't really catch much else. He was in a
He
hood, and I was
thought
standing a little down the hallway, so I had the
Anything
hard
that
time catching anything.
anything significant that they're doing?
she thought that Lim was a demon.
I mean, at the
And
very least,
he wanted to check and make sure for himself that he wasn't a demon. I'm guessing that's what the knife was. Maybe
Can-
some sort of, if you touch me and you're a demon, you'll get in pain
can
thing.
I roll about the knife?
Sure.
All right.
Like silver and werewolves, garlic and vampires. Demons and whatever this is.
You weren't
Okay.
you weren't looking though, so you couldn't tell you probably couldn't tell anything about the knife.
No, this is just Chime's
Would
wild
this
ass
be
guess.
a history check
About knives?
about the specific technique that they're using
Sure.
on them? And would that correlate to Hunter's Bane?
Does it
Would it
give
correlate?
Hunter's Bane?
Cause
Give Chime another roleplay point.
Lim is a fiend by technicality. They're looking for fiends.
So I'll say from your knowledge as a blood hunter, and the hunting knowledge that Rena has taught you about yourself finding these types of creatures, this knife technique is a known hunter's technique, where it is a blade that is made of composite metals that itself may be a bit weaker than a normal dagger to anything that isn't a scourged creature. So the scourged creature in this instance being vampire, werewolf, cursids, undead, fiends, abyssials, anything
So I
scourged.
called it exactly.
Or I'd be like, oh shoot. Okay, I know exactly what the blade is.
Yeah. So the use of that blade, so the blade wouldn't hurt the target, but the blade itself, depending on so what usually happens is certain metals cause heat when they touch a certain unholy or scourged creature. So with the knife, what will happen, instead of burning the creature because of how small amount of the trace metal, it may make the knife change color.
Alright. I'm gonna look at the party and be like, okay, I know what they did.
And it did
And-
not change color for anyone who was looking.
Okay, I know what they did. It's a knife used to attack pretty much all sorts of things. You know, fae, fiends, undead,
Lycanthropes.
lycanthropes, and depending on the creature, it will change color.
It is weak against creatures that aren't of those categories, but it is extra powerful against creatures that are of the category.
So if the knife is being used against Sarah, she doesn't need to worry about it. If it's used against like a fairy, yeah, that's gonna be a loud, painful experience for said fairy.
And when it goes Fey, yes, you guys register as Fey creatures, but there is a hierarchy of Fey when it comes to scourge creatures, like malevolent Fey, pixies or fairies, not fairies, fairies, and different like hags, things like that. Tricksy creatures. So it probably wouldn't burn a Haragon even. It might be uncomfortable to the skin of a Haragon, the metal, but due to the nature of Haragons, the type of Fae they are, it isn't too bad for them. And Haragons are not a normally hunted Fae creature because, well, they're not malevolent Fae.
I mean, they used to be, but then Axel put a stop to that, right?
No.
No? They just hunted them for meat? That was it?
Hunted what for meat? Haragons?
Haragons.
Hunted for their pelts.
Wow.
Those weren't beast hunters. Those were just poachers.
Wow. Racist.
Yes. These are the star pendulum, like the silver nail, is a hunting.
A slightly less racist race.
They're probably worse than the silver nails, to be honest. They
If
don't do
we
this.
are
They don't do this for money.
They do it for pleasure.
They do it to purge things from. They do it They do it to cure and cleanse the world from the curse that need to be purged. Unclean, unholy.
Yeah. You know who else did that? Starts with an H.
Henry Stickmin.
yeah.
During World War II.
We need to be very careful around those types, especially since, well, you know, if you know, you know. What are you saying?
I agree, Robot.
I agree, Mr. Robot.
Sorry, I'm in the car.
Beep beep.
Can I say again what you were saying?
I said, so I was right to not trust those kids in pajamas.
Yeah.
I mean, eh? Yeah?
They seemed to be up to tomfoolery, and I wasn't having it at this hour.
Get off my lawn.
See them try to use my room as their room and sleep here for free? Ridiculous.
I don't think they wanted to sleep in your room, Chime.
Think what you want.
They knew you had skeletons in your closet.
They did know that. They had a bone to pick with me.
Or it's just gonna facepalm.
All right, everyone, take your sticking damage for that joke.
Or just gonna put her hand on Fix's like, go back to sleep.
I was never asleep.
Go back to sleep.
No.
All right. With that, the rest of your night will not be disturbed.
Unless.
The pendulum seemed to have gotten the information they wanted.
This all would have been solved a lot quicker if they just believed me.
I mean, they gotta believe me. I'm the holy man.
Honestly, yeah. Time is the holy man.
He
I speak the word of-
almost seemed confused, or he seemed a bit confused by Lim when you picked up Seraph, with his expression when it fell a bit. When he tested Lim and it did not glow, he was kind of taken aback for a moment. Almost like he figured he found something out that was interesting to him.
Yeah, if they used that knife on Lim, it probably would have glowed. Don't know why they left him alone.
It didn't glow.
Aura doesn't know that, does she?
Nope, I'm just saying that for Seraph. The knife did not glow.
Is Seraph gonna say anything to Aura's remark?
Sorry, as a player, I kind of got distracted by a message I got sent from family. What was said?
Aura's like confused, like when the knife glowed, she's confused on why they didn't try to take Lim because of how the knife works, and it should have when it glowed.
Oh, it didn't glow.
What?
That's the whole part.
100% sure. Could be a lot of.
Wait.
I did say. I did think I caught.
What are you saying, Frill?
Maybe Lim's a construct or something. They wouldn't go after that, and it was just a mix-up.
I also thought he was a demon. They were very confused.
Yeah. I think that tip really messed with their perceptions.
I mean, Lim is from hell, so
well,
yeah, a fiend would be an obvious assumption, considering
there's more to Lim than meets the eye.
Indeed.
Well, there's not much to him. You can see right through him.
In any case, Lim would not need to worry about the star pendulum from the sound of it.
For now, at least.
At the moment, yeah.
Literally
but
a skeleton.
We still need to be cautious with whenever we interact with them. Actually, better yet, let's try not to interact with them. We all good?
And if they force the issue,
we'll get to that when we get to that.
good enough. Good night.
Night. Yeah, I'd rather not gonna fight with those types.
Those types are specifically known for their tactics in order to take down scourge creatures without being affected by them.
Mm.
Even more reason for her not to get in a fight with him. Aura's gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to. Seeing that everything seems to have been resolved, I'm going to go back to bed.
I'm just gonna put the as much furniture as they can against the door.
Alright, and just so you know, when I say scourge creature, that is referring to type of creature that causes great trouble or suffering. That is their definition. So that is fiend, fey, undead, lycanthrope, lichen, vampire, and cursed. Cursed is very broad. Those with the blood mist are considered cursed.
Nice.
But cursed is also the hardest one to track down because they are very sparse. They're very specific. There is not a find all cursed kind of deal.
Right.
That would be if they cast identify on you. Then they might be able to tell your curse. Which is a way to actually tell if someone has the blood mist.
Interesting.
Identifying someone tells you their curses, or in this sense, or blessings in this sense, since those kind of fall into the same case, which the blood mist disease falls under. So the identify spell is a way to suss it out.
But the identify spell is going to counter as a blessing.
Kinda. It doesn't. It knows it's an additive. But they know that the blood mist may register as a blessing, but they know that it causes bad shit. There are a lot of curses that are blessings, air quotes, like vampirism, lycanthropy,
STDs.
There's a very thin line. There's a very thin line between curses and blessings.
I think you heard Rick's laugh. Did I say something funny?
Yeah.
Yes, STDs.
He doesn't know the joke.
Draco has vampire, werewolf, STDs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The
Don't
STD
worry.
got passed down to Aura and Flick.
Oh no.
That's why the werewolves. You gotta hear,
Oh,
lycanthropy
werewolf.
is an STD.
That's why we're vampires and werewolves.
Right now, you're just werewolves.
until we grow up, and then the vampire, like
It's just like second puberty.
That's our sticking edgy mode.
Flick.
You guys
Go
go all gothic for a period of time. It's like a vampire. Coming
Or
out.
Flick just goes through
Start
three.
listening to fucking ska music.
Or Flick just goes through three
Having
different
problems
stages.
with the
That's why vampires must be destroyed, because ska is the worst kind of music, and
Exactly.
unfortunately, every ska band is just secretly a coven of vampires. Let's be real here, folks. Oh, if anyone now thinks that I am just joking, think about it. Have you ever been to a ska concert during the day? No, it's always been at night. Think about it. They can't do it at the day. They physically can't.
The plot
And why is the
thickens.
food there never have garlic? Oh, vampirism.
Why do you
Just-
never see? Why do you never see pictures of them? It's because they can't. They're vampires.
Vampires.
It's just science, my friend.
Why do you think their posters and art is always fan drawn?
God,
Because-
the reveal for Aura and Flick unlocking vampirism isn't going to be a cool fight thing. They're going to wake up one day and not be able to look in the fucking mirror. They're
And
going to
then
be
they're
like,
gonna have a
shit.
sudden urge to listen to ska.
Aura wakes up, looks at the mirror.
Sees nothing.
Fuck.
Fuck.
The mirror must be broken.
The mirror is broken.
Aura looks at the mirror. Fuck.
Fuck.
I will need help to do my hair.
So Irina has constant bedhead. She can't see herself in the mirror. She's
Oh
giving
my
up on
gosh. It's canon.
it. It's all Rasta back there. Anywho.
Draco helps, but he's not good with hair.
Yeah, which is weird for a tabaxi. They've naturally okay. They have naturally fine hair from tabaxi heritage. It doesn't tangle as much. Anywho, so
We're not just about
you guys get a long rest in, and we're brought to a new day. The day is brought to you with the sound of different vehicles going around outside, the sound of large mechanical creatures walking about the town, and you hear different protests march going on around the area.
What kind of protest march do we see when we look out the windows?
You see anti-arcane protests going on.
Uh-oh.
This is supposed to be the nice part of town.
I take
It's
my
a
deck and
very
I put it
nice
back in my back
protest.
pocket for a moment.
They're holding up signs that say that say basically signs that say no free spells, cuff the mage,
Can I cast Sacred Flame right above their heads just to see what would happen?
Don't! Please, for the love of God, don't!
they'd freak out. So cuff the mage.
Caster's lights are unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there.
Causing indiscretion.
Plotting our depression.
Tax their spells.
Oh.
How do you tap spells?
Yes.
Cantrips
No
is a sin.
prestidigitation without representation.
Yes! Prestidigitation without representation.
Cantrips are a sin.
Magic,
Wizards have small
magic means mayhem. There's a sign that's literally just tech, greater than arcane. Shit like that. There's a sign that's like ma'am, which is moms against magic.
Seeing this makes my heart sing.
Yes. Mobs against magic. That's amazing.
Are they all barbarian classes too?
There's another one that says it's just dad's against divine. Anyway.
Oh my god. I took that one personally.
And I took that personal.
Is it just like a? Is this just like a barbarian that has a sign that says "magic stupid"?
Magic SUX.
Magic is stupid. It don't make sense.
Magic sucks. STUX. Magic sucks.
I head on out and try and do a walk around the block just to get a feel for everything going on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's you again are in a nicer area. It's a very peaceful protest. not rocks through the windows.
Yeah, peaceful like back when this whole protest thing started.
Yeah.
When things were peaceful. And all.
There's always been a long thing going in Volterra about the regulation of magic. That is always, ever since Volterra has brought the world into its punk age, and as they're closer and getting closer to not needing as much magic in their technology anymore, there have been more and more chats about the use of magic in their society anymore, and how the fact that the free use of magic is now interfering with their progression, as a lot of sabotage and shit happens with magic, and that the free use and just kind of like different what's the word? Spell standoffs that some wizards have these times just fuck with the tech, because they all use shatter quartz, and shatter quartz is a very delicate, very specific material.
And I'm guessing no one has found an alternative.
Not as efficient. There is not a more efficient alternative.
We're in no rush to get oil.
The next plan is to remove the sun and put it in a rock.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What will they think of Nick?
Probably strike up conversation with a few people, have some light discussion on the situation,
Like
just to get myself abreast of
people
things.
in the crowd, or like
some people
bystanders.
A crowd comes by, I strike up conversation with one of them. Sometimes it's just a passerby, just a few random people I just am going past.
Sure thing. What things do you say, or what things do you ask?
Probably one of the protesters. Like, if I see one that says, like, tax spells, ask... I just say politely, just out of curiosity, how would you tax spells? Not like you can just pinpoint every single spell that's cast, ever.
Well, the point of the tax spells protest is more along the lines of the fact that spellcasters have been allowed to be a more outward source privateering type thing. Not a lot of common people are really allowed to chase that dream, to invest that time, because we don't have the money for it. So all these spellcasters are a part of these different privateering programs, these specialists, some adventuring guilds, specialists, and all these stuffs, and none of them are how do we put it? Registered. We want spellcasters to have registration and have a knowledge on what spells they cast, and that more knowledge of the spell repertoire, what the spell books contain, what magics they convert, and then from that we would be able to know what different damages are done and what different casters to look at.
Well, then there's also things like sorcerers who have innate magic that are a little harder to parse. Their spells aren't exactly
That's a different
named.
issue and a lot more of a dangerous one. Sorcerers are kind of the hardest part of our protest because, well, we don't want... How do we put this? We don't want no magic. We want it regulated. We want situations for sorcerers, situations for the access to magic to be a lot more broad, to be more open, like a public bard college might be nice, or a wizard school for inspiring youths. Just something to bridge the gap. And then from there we can pave a way from those who are lucky, or those who are able to freely gain, or are in a situation that brings them that ambition, and
I respect that.
less privatize it and just make it more governmental, have a bit of more structure on it, because the whole magic system right now is very unstructured.
Well, that's magic itself in a lot of ways, at least from what I've learned in my travels. It's something you can't just put in a box
Yeah,
from
yeah,
experience.
that's a part of the issue. But if we can
Yeah.
find a way to have mages be held or be able to be held more accountable for what they do, then we might just have a bit of something on our side. Because right now, a mage can come through, drop an earthquake in the middle of Town Plaza, and just poof away and hide without a consequence.
True.
But if we
Very
were
true.
able to track down what mages, if we had a list of what mages have these specific types of spells in the repertoire, then we know who to look for.
Right.
Hence,
But then you run into the problem of a new
Access
mage coming
spells.
into town that is an unknown element, and then effectively being able to easily frame any residential mage for a crime by just using a spell that one mage knows.
well, that would be an out-of-town wizard, and then if they would want to come into Volterra, they would have to be registered. We want to have
Right.
wizardry be regulated and registered here. All arcane use. Dominion magic, Dominion magic, innate magic, bardic magic, arcane, druidic, just
I also do understand
like a little
people-
thing that designates this person, warns people they're a caster. This person has magic, and to be careful. It's like a concealed carry, right now.
Right. But
And the
How do I
concealed
put
carry isn't exactly in the safest people's hands.
I do understand. And when it comes to that, if you made like a crest that all casters had to wear of what they want, then that could lead to prejudice against casters from non-casters. Because you'd be effectively singling them out. They couldn't just move around without without people potentially staring and worrying about they're going to get fireballed or something. I could see that as a potential problem.
People
not
live
be,
day
but-
to day already being worried that they might get fireballed or something, or just their mind gets wiped, or they turned into a zombie slave. That shit happens on a daily basis.
Well, I can understand in a city that is actively persecuting them as far as I can see.
Well, it's a loop of them not really. It's a loop of us saying there's an issue and then proving it.
Yeah.
So long as magic is
I
in
don't know how much of it is
unresponsible
fulfilling
hands,
sort of prophecy.
Volterra isn't safe.
Also, I do agree that it would be nice to tip the scale. Information about magic is more. You'd have to be careful to do it in a way where some bad actor doesn't gain complete access to spells on the relative means. It's a complicated issue. I don't really know exactly how you solve it. I do understand where you're coming from.
You've seen what the unregulation of magic has done over in Varenyaga. Magic was
Yes.
allowed to run free without any care in the world. Have you seen that place? Have you seen what magic did to that place?
Blood Mist?
Varenyaga is the
Where am I
continent
getting
of
my
magic and mud.
Oh, that place.
That's where the racist Goliaths were.
Yep.
It is. Oh, yeah.
That
sorry, I was
is
getting-
the most
like,
magical continent.
I'm not sure if the magic itself may be the problem. I think there might be some other systemic issues that need
Main
sorting.
issues are from the people who hold it. That is our point. Regulate and mitigate.
Maybe. I'm not one to throw judgment until I see it for myself. I've been to Varenyaga a little while back, but I wasn't sure if the state of that place was because of magic, or was it because of something else that was the cause?
Poor
couldn't be
elf.
sure.
He just leaves a small spot in it, and everyone's shitting on him. He literally leads that one town. And he doesn't even lead it alone.
What?
Talking about Oxus.
Mm,
The guy
I hadn't been to
who's...
a
the guy who is a part of the Council of 12.
I hadn't visited a town that sounds like that. I was there. I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah. Well, be careful.
I always try, friend.
Yeah. And he goes
Wish you
back to
luck.
the march.
I keep on my way.
So, what's our current plan?
At least we have a few threads we can tell going.
Alright. At this point, the scene is in your hands.
All gang? Is there anywhere in particular we want to go looking?
I would like to visit a store for potions.
That should be easy. There's the there's the clinic that is just down the street that is apparently by the person we're looking into. So we might want to check there.
A clinic is somewhere you can get health potions.
I would prefer to not purchase my health potions from that clinic. Anybody else want to do stuff?
Yeah, there's the clinic. And what else? I had another thread in my mind, but I've forgotten it. Come on, think. Nope, it's not coming back. I completely forgot it. Seems like the clinic's my only idea currently.
Just
I guess we could also talk, see if we can track down Star Platinum and get more out of them. Say we suspect that one of the lures is.
If you guys go look into the star pendulum, Aura is just gonna take Flick and not go with you guys.
Right. I can understand that if we do look that way.
So far, there's 3 things we need to do. 1, find Lim's mom.
That's right.
2, figure out the crying thing and maybe those cult guys. And 3, fix the boat.
I mean, fix the boat's like main goal right now, but we can't really do that.
I mean, we just gotta. Didn't we need to like get something and go on the other side or whatever? With the
Well,
city.
Yeah, we have main quest and then we have sub goal of that main quest is find parts right now. Or get her magical tools back because they've been confiscated.
Tools were confiscated.
Her
supplies.
materials and supplies.
Supplies,
were confiscated.
all current supplies were confiscated by the government due to the Emergency Act being enacted.
It's always the government.
I'm just going to say this out of character because I don't think Fuhrer would say it, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go talk to Alice as well.
Don't care about
Inform
the
her on
government.
the situation.
Probably.
Is anybody else just vibing to the music?
Kinda,
my
yeah.
music up.
The music's too much of a vibe. So,
When the music
It's
vibes
good.
so much, the party doesn't want to do anything.
so, as we start to make our way through Volterra, just wandering around, where is our main set of focus right now? Where do we want to go?
I think the clinic, since that is tied to the person we're talking about, we're investigating, seems like a good place to kick off.
Okay.
And I
So-
assume monologue will
Plus, we could use
be falling
Not
on-
monologue, Monlog.
monologue.
Yeah. His
Senor
middle name is
Mon.
Abraham. Mon Abraham Log.
Mon-a-log.
Yeah. Mon Abraham
Oh.
Log.
Hi, Jack. There's one other thing Fear wants to do.
Okay.
Does Christopher happen to be set up shop in Volterra?
Christopher.
Whoever is
What?
that his name? I forgot if that is
Of
the right name or not.
Trifold Caravan.
Yes.
Yes.
Christopher the Third.
I'm gonna be real.
Christopher,
We have good rapport. I would rather buy stuff from him.
Christopher is not currently set up in Volterra. He is currently on Verigaiga. From the
Okay.
last you saw him. Though, you do have a way to contact him.
We do?
Yeah, sending
Is it my sending stone?
Oh, right. He did give you his number.
I could also call. If you want,
You could call your grandma, which you do quite often.
I do that bit.
Grammy
Which-
Ma.
You know what? I think I would call the Lupine really quick.
Hey, we've been
I was
arrested.
making a joke, you know.
Do we get to declare war? That's
But
something I
no,
would.
Aura would, since it's
It's
after the,
war gets my
it's
home.
it's after the hard soul. Aura will probably call and check.
Okay.
Is everything fine?
That's something I would call for.
Yeah.
So you call in and check, and the report you get is that everything is okay for now. There has been sighting of old kin in the forest.
Alright. And how about with Rena? He doing good?
Rena's doing better. Now that the heart shawl is over, she is in a lot more control. She is able to reactivate her different wards.
All right. Yeah. But okay, so that'll be all. And since Fear wants to know where he can find Christopher, I can call up Christopher.
So you send up Christopher's sonic stone, and you get back. Hello there, talk to me.
Hello, Christopher.
Oh, isn't that Aura? Hello, darling.
Hi. My friend Fear wants to talk with you.
Oh,
Pretty
of
quick.
course, the big, tall, and handsome fellow.
Indeed. Fear.
Hello?
Bertle.
You vibe too hard. Or no.
Oh, sorry.
is
Sorry, I
an
stepped
immense
out for a
vibe.
sec. My bad. Just got back.
I
Oracle
want you to
Christopher.
know I have a little circle on. So I in my notes I have a little circle that is just Christopher, and I place Christopher over the continent he's currently in.
PC.
Yeah. Here, I got Christopher on the stone.
Mm.
You want to?
Yeah, Fear will take the stone.
It's on speaker.
Mm.
It's always on
Hello.
speaker.
It's always on speaker.
Hello there.
Hello, Christopher.
How are you,
Ah.
my friend? What can I help you with, your friend Christopher?
I was just wondering if you happen to be in Volterra.
Volterra? What's happening over there?
Actually,
A lot of things, actually.
quite the things.
Really?
Indeed. I think that it might actually be a money-making opportunity.
You don't say.
No,
I usually
now that
don't
I
step
am
over
actually
there.
thinking about it. They have a rebellion currently happening.
Rebellion. Now that does pique Christopher's interest. You said Volterra, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently in Verniaga.
It seems that we have done a bit more traveling than you.
Probably. What do you think I do? Stalk you everywhere?
It
I've
kind of
currently set up a
seemed
bit
like
of a
that for
shop
a
over
little
in.
bit.
I've currently set up a bit of a shop inside of Stiv. They have a very beautiful export of very nice silks. I was thinking of picking some up here and then continuing upwards northward towards Kaitar and Gorgash.
It is a place that you wish to go. I wish you all the well in your journey.
But you say that there's interest in Volterra?
I merely was wondering if you might have your wares for sale.
If I was there, I sure would. Are my wares needed?
I would simply just like to keep up good relations.
Ha ha ha. You said you're in Volterra, yes?
Yes, I did.
2 continents over, Puerto Vista. I could probably get there within 2 to 3 weeks.
I'm not sure we will be here for that long. Is there...
Well, I love a travel, so I might just head that way just in case, no matter what. Say, it is currently the... say, is it... You there! What day is it? Ah, thank you! The 3rd, so I'll get here on... the 18th.
You'll get here on
Would you happen to have any... know of any trustworthy merchants in... which city are we in?
Volterra.
We are in Volterra.
Volterra is a mega city.
I'm mixing up the name of the continent and the city. Would you happen to know any trustworthy merchants?
Inside of Volterra, I might just... I have a friend there that does owe me a good deal or two.
It's question. Do you have any friends that don't really like a certain group?
Are you asking if there's any silver nails in Volterra, darling? Are you worried about your little lycanthropic tushy? I know.
I know you know.
You did not know he knows.
I did not know, you know? Did he mention that?
You can smell it.
Not like... You know what? I like you, so I'm not gonna worry about you.
Don't worry, darling. You give me money.
You give me money.
That's the reason why I don't have to worry about you.
Though I do have to say, over there, that is Dominion of the Star Pendulum.
So, I can't say a lot of my jurisdiction as a silver nail does cross over, so yes, we do have hunting parties there, taking out different, undead creatures in the northern area, specifically drowned. There's a high market for drowned up there. If you ever want to go out and just collect some, collect some krill pearls, I wouldn't mind.
That sounds like a good way to make a little bit of extra money when
Yeah.
if we're ever in that area.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tip.
Just know that where there are krill, there are aboleths. They are aboleth spawn, after all.
Mm.
And if you could take out an aboleth.
Actually, on the way to here, we did run into an aboleth.
Did you now? Isn't that just a fine case? Well, if you do kill it, or get access to it, collect me a few samples of its slime.
Slime.
It has very strong, how do you put it? Cognito control aspects.
Wait, remembering the slime product. Fuck, why did we clean up the slime? I could have collected it.
It doesn't
would've been
last
fun-
long out of the water, so you may need to collect it quickly. But be dangerous. It makes you see things.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Oh, wonderful.
I know. Yeah, Chime got slapped with some slime.
I
Tried
wonder
to
what
kill
he
me.
saw.
Skeleton pirates.
Really? How curious. Every single control vision of an aboleth is very unique. Some of them you see your worst enemy, some you see skeleton pirates, it seems, and others. Oh, there's one time, oh, my room was swarmed with dragons. Oh, it was a party.
Hmm.
Well, I think I might just have business in Volterra. And please do keep yourself safe. I would hate to lose a valued customer.
Before you go, could
Yeah.
I get that recommendation?
Ah, yes. What was her name? Oh, yes. So, she is a gunpowder dealer. Her name is Keg. Fitting, right?
Indeed.
A nice little goblin woman. She's kind of in the middle to lower side of town. You'll know her place. It is called Boomstick. Go there and you can find things that are on the caliber of Explodey. Talking dynamite, fragmentation bombs, different booby traps, if you would call a mind that is weight sensitive a booby trap. Different things that go kaboom. She's my dealer. Oh, she is a little bit, rocked by her own explosives, is the way to put it, in the head. That darling has probably suffered a concussion or two. Or 3. Or 4. A lot. Tyler Christopher's coming by and he wants a fresh spot of supply. I do need some new, well, firearms.
Should I pass that message along?
That would be wonderful, and then pick yourself up something, whatever you want, it's your money.
Indeed.
It's always wonderful to hear from you, Mist Seekers.
We did name ourselves that, didn't we?
We did.
It's cute and a little bit on the nose.
What?
I said it's cute and a little bit on the nose.
Why would it be a little bit on the nose?
With you having the blood curse and all.
You're welcome.
You know what? I was hoping you didn't see that through that. Did you see that through
Of
that little
Of course.
lantern with the eye?
Of course. That's how I could tell.
Okay, what up with
You
you?
know
So,
what?
did you
It was me,
get that
I did.
Thorandric fellow?
Oh yeah, yeah, he got his eyes ripped out.
Great.
Yeah, by well, calling him a friend is a stretch.
You know who did it?
We know who did it, but
Do you want to
Calling
tell me who did it?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to tell you.
Oh, you're fun. Someone's out there collecting the eyes of the blood mist. How curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look into that. Thanks for the tip. Let's share a drink sometime. When I get there, in 2 weeks. And, Aura,
Yes.
keep your brother on a leash. It's going to be
Oh,
a full moon before I get there, and I would
fuck.
hate to lose a customer just before I get there.
Oh, fucking trust me. I fucking know.
Those pendulums, in all seriously, are a very tough deal. They're not like us at the Nail. We are much more
You guys
willing to work with your type. You scourged. But the pendulum, they don't see you as an asset like we do. They see you just as something to cleanse. Be careful.
Yeah, I know. Apparently some of them came by for our skeleton friend.
The fiend.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah. Apparently, guess what? They did the test.
Yes. And they found out he was a fiend.
Nothing.
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 He was a fiend when I met him. My test said he was a fiend.
That's actually strange.
Oh, is that Seraph I hear? Tell me, there is a card dealer there. His name is TK. I've actually picked up a few packs from him before. Tell me, have you gotten the chance to swing by his shop? I can tell you where it is if you don't know.
I know, that's my home shop.
Yeah, we met Banana
wonderful.
Man.
Best price on those cards you can find anywhere.
I know, right?
It's where I pick up my stuff.
Funny how the world is.
Huh. I hear there are protests going on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gotten a lot more nasty. I'll tell you what.
So I have picked up.
Hey, hi Jack. I'm gonna do a roll real quick.
What are you rolling? What you rolling? Flick does a roll.
I'll do a roll.
He does a roll.
And it. So I guess I'll say it, but it might give it away. But I'm doing a stealth roll.
What do you want to stealth? What do you want to sneaky?
I just want to see if I can stealth.
You want to DM it to me?
All right.
Tell me. I am in the area of magic and mud. Is there anything very specific that is in need of acquisition?
There.
Okay, we'll stealth. Is there any type of supply that I can get here that you would personally be more interested in purchasing when I get there?
Huh, that's a great question, actually.
So hijack 22.
Okay.
Alright.
Potion supplies, medicinal herbs, spell components, wands, different sigils, precious materials. Anything along those lines? I'll make a shopping list.
I'm gonna be a problem.
Oh.
Maybe a $300 diamond, or do we?
Diamond?
We have jewelers there.
There's a few jewelers around there, but if you need some diamonds, I could pass through deal talks, and I could definitely strike a few deals with the precious material mines. If you need diamonds, I'll make sure to have a few in stock. Tell me, any scrolls you might be interested in? I hear Kaitara has a very, very lovely supply of scribes. Just know, whatever I get will be a bit on your own dime when I get there. I'll pick it up for my stock, but it's on you to purchase it.
Fair enough. Anything that you guys need?
This is the weirdest shopping episode ever.
It is.
Shopping list episode.
Shopping.
It's the shopping list episode.
Actually,
And next episode is going to be another shopping episode.
A bit different.
actually, maybe a big ass,
A big ass?
dog bed,
What?
like a big ass bed for like a dog.
You want a dog bed?
Very big, big enough to fit a let's
Lycanthrope?
say, no. No. If I was a werewolf, I would be I would be insulted, but yeah. No, big enough for a let's say a dragon wormling.
Dragon worm. Do you have a dragon?
I have an egg.
What type of egg?
What do you think? It's a mixed breed.
Do you have the materials you need to hatch it? Every dragon requires a certain type of... How do you put it? Roost? An egg like that is very heat sensitive to how it wants to hatch. If you said metallic and chromatic, correct?
Yeah.
Do you know what type of chromatic dragon? Or metallic dragon? Is it golden? Is it silver? Or is it...
What hold on, was it red and silver?
It is a red and silver dragon, yes.
From what I remember, red and silver.
You can actually tell what the composition of a mixed breed dragon egg is by how it looks. It is a melting silver looking egg.
It's a melting silver looking egg.
Ah, so it is at least a silver dragon and most likely a red one.
Yeah, that's what they said at the auction we found it in.
An auction? Oh, you don't keep me in detail.
Yeah, lot of illicit stuff being sold there.
And you didn't tell me.
Well, I was at the Astral Sea at the time, so
You visited the Astral Sea?
yeah.
Oh,
Medic-
we do need a good reconnect, my dear.
Yeah, I'll
You
tell
need
you
to
about
tell me the places you're going. I could have asked for so much stuff. Oh,
Yeah, and we have a ship. You probably will see it when you enter the continent
from the sea?
from the Astral Sea. Yeah.
Does it fly?
Not anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, big sense. We're trying to actually get that fixed here.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, Keg is probably not built for fixing things. She's very good at breaking things.
No, a friend of Seraph is able to fix it for us. We just need to
Well, that's mighty impressive.
help them out.
Alright. So, you need to hatch a chromatic... a red silver dragon egg. Those are referred to as melting silver eggs.
I can see why.
Hatch that one. So, first things first, you will need it to be kept at a forge's temperature. I'm talking keeping that thing red hot to the point that it looks like a red dragon egg. Under those conditions... Silver... That's a strange combination you have.
It's a strange ring in general.
So, yes, heat it up, very hot. And then, so you're going to want to heat it for maybe a good 2 weeks, if it's old enough. And then you're going to want to quench it in ice dragon fire.
Quench it in ice dragon fire.
Yes. It doesn't matter what type of ice dragon. It could be silver, it could be white. All you need to do is take it from very hot to very cold, very quickly. And this will weaken the egg enough to allow the wormling to break out.
Yeah, I need to fix my grandparents real quick now.
Dragon eggs don't just hatch, dear. Not with time, at least. They're a very conditioned type of creature. That's why you don't see many around, as, well, a lot of those conditions aren't found. Though, if you didn't have access to Ice Dragon Fire or Forge, you could always try throwing it into the epicenter of the crater. That meeting point between the hot and the cold giant at the equator. That would do it. If you were willing to wait a whole cycle for the fire giant to go by with his ball, and then for the ice one to come by with his, and then you'll have a dragon wormling flying out in maybe a year. But, again, that's only if you don't have access to the other two methods that, honestly, are a much better cheat.
Dude,
Yeah.
you forget who you're talking to, right?
Good luck. It should take about a week's worth of heating to temper the egg to its desired heat, just so you know. That'll wake up the warbling and give it time to be ready to break out. If it was a case of a normal dragon, it would be, of course, a red dragon, and it would be an ice dragon and a fire dragon parent. One would be responsible for heating the egg for the desired amount of time, and the other one would be responsible for cooling it rapidly enough in order for it to make the inside of the egg brittle enough for the wormling to break out. Don't try to break it yourself. And if you're interested, you could always, if you did want to break it up, crack it open early in its current state, where it's still just a yolk, most likely inside, and eat it. It's not formed yet. It needs the heat to do that.
Alright. I'll just have to do my best to keep that egg safe until I'm able to get everything ready.
You won't have to worry about taking it safe unless someone's hitting it with an adamantium hammer.
Aluminum.
That's also another fun fucking story.
You get a sense that he's referring to Veer.
Yeah. I was like, that's an utter fun story that I probably will tell you.
We do need to reconvene. Well, I will see you all in 2 weeks.
Alright.
Is there anything else you need? I apologize. I don't believe I could. Well, actually, I could get Ice Dragon Fire. Actually, you could get Ice Dragon Fire. I might have a lead for you, dear.
Oh.
So, I hear in the colder region of Roto Vista, at the nice top part of the mountain, not the very top, but that nice area, there is a cave in which slumbers a white dragon. If you can kill it, I'm willing to buy its draconic stone. How does 100 platinum sound?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. I'll be there in 2 weeks, and I'll have the money by the time I get there.
Can't promise that we have the stone by the time you get here.
Well, just know I will have the coin.
Alright.
And, depending on... Just so you know, I'm saying 100 platinum as a base price. If it's older than a young dragon, by every stage, I'm more than willing to raise it by 50 to 100. And if it's in the... If it is a adult, well, if it's a young dragon, yes, I'm willing to pay maybe 100 platinum. If you get yourself an adult, or even a great worm at that, oh, I will line your pockets.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that it's not a great worm, because I read about those. Fucking terrifying.
Oh, they are terrifying, aren't they?
Yeah, that's like the strongest a dragon can be outside
It
of
is.
Well, outside of, well, Tiamat Bahamut, but anyways.
I do have to say that the age of that dragon, I have heard, is somewhere between the range of young and adult.
Alright.
I'm not sure on which side of the spectrum it stands, but depending on which other, I'm more than willing to play for its draconic still. You do know how to properly extract these, yes, from its breath weapon bladder.
No, I've never had to do such a thing.
Okay. I am going to send you an animal messenger. That should be their mate for hunting for you in 3 nights.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a personal guide. One that I sell myself for dragon hunting. Should be there in a day or 2.
Okay.
Now then, I have some business to make unless there's little notes that anyone wants. Potions, spell scrolls, rocks. It's all yours if you can pay the gems.
I think we're good at the moment.
Wonderful.
See you later, Christopher. I'll try not to get myself. I'll try not to get a dagger stabbed in my back.
Please don't. The lovely back that I love to see you walk away with a fresh purchase.
Alright.
And are we heading towards Keg, or are we heading towards a clinic?
Hold on a second.
Holding.
Son. What would the role be? Would it be insight, investigation? You know, to look around. Look around real quick.
Perception.
Precipitation.
So,
Roll precipitation.
I believe so, but it's 22, so I clearly like succeeded, right?
Hey, you never know. You never know. I have good hearing. And I have advantage on hearing, which is probably going to be what this roll will be.
All right.
Maybe. Just roll a generic perception.
Generic precipitation?
Yep.
All right. I think I beat that 22. Let me double check. 17 plus 6. I beat your 22 with a 23.
Flick has snuck off somewhere.
Or looks around like, God fucking damn it.
And
Okay.
that's where we'll end it today. So,
Be gone.
until next time. Good night.
Good night.
And for now,
And the transmission.
receiving transmission.
Thank you.